Ooh, yeah.
Can you tell us how it felt to induct your brother, Macho Man, into the Hall of Fame? How did that feel for you? I'm sure it was very emotional.
Well, it was double-edged sword. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because 1 year before my father died, they announced that they're going to put Kerry Von Erich, Fritz Von Erich, Michael, Chris, David, all the Von Erichs into the Hall of Fame. And Randy, and we were celebrating my father's birthday, and it was going to be his final birthday. He lived 11 months more.
Mm-hmm.
And he just wasn't, he had his dementia, you know, it was toast.
Yeah.
So Randy says, how do you like that? I'm not going to imitate his voice because then it'll ruin my singing for a month. Okay. He said, how do you like that? They put in all the Von Erichs. He says, I could see Fritz, Kerry, Kevin, David, but that's all. Not Michael and Chris, for Christ's sake. Lanny, you suck, and you're better than Chris, you know? So anyway, Randy says, if anything happens to me, you make sure that the Poffos go in together. Randy, Lanny, and Angelo, okay? The Poffo family.
Right.
If the Von Erichs can get in, the Poffos can get in.
Yeah.
And then, believe it or not, my father heard that and understood it. Okay, so sure enough, right after Randy died, John Laurinaitis gave me a call and asked me if I would induct my brother posthumously into the Hall of Fame. And I said, well, Randy's wishes were that we go in Poffo family, Angelo, Randy, and Lanny, or not at all.
Yeah.
And he says, okay, I'll get back to you. And he never did. So that didn't get over. And
yeah.
But this was posthumous. This was like WrestleMania 2012 in Miami. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I had a little epiphany. I turned 59. That's the only thing I accomplished in my life that Randy never did. Randy died at 58 and a half, and here I am 59. And, you know, I was having trouble wrapping my head around the fact that I was now the older brother. So I was thinking about, I'm not a Trekkie and I'm not a nut about Star Trek, but I do enjoy it. And I mean, I don't go to Comic-Cons dressed up, but I remember the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one.
Yes.
And it hit me. You know what? Bruno Sammartino got in the Hall of Fame, and all his fans are dead, so they couldn't enjoy it. And this is just new people that are enjoying it.
Right.
I said, I told my mom, I said, I've got some news for you. I am now the older brother, and I'm going to put Randy in the Hall of Fame by himself. She said, you can't do that. His wishes, his wishes, his wishes. I said, well, you know something? Because he was the older brother, I never got my wishes. Many times I got passed over because of his wishes. Now I'm going to make all the unpopular decisions, and the Macho fan is more important than the Macho Man, because there's only one Macho Man, but there's millions and millions of Macho fans, and you are punishing them. And so I stood up to her, and she was angry. But then, sure enough, Mark Carano gives me a call and wants to know if I'll come to New Orleans WrestleMania so I could do a few interviews for the WWE Network. And I said, fine, but I have reconsidered, and I want to put Randy into the Hall of Fame by himself. Oh my God, I'll call you back. So about 30 minutes goes by. He calls me back, and he says, we only have one posthumous inductee into the Hall of Fame, and this year it's going to be Paul Bearer. He says, but if you can kayfabe, which means don't talk.
Yes.
Shut up. Don't tell anybody. Then the next year in San Jose, California, you will induct your brother into the Hall of Fame. And
so for a year, you had to keep your mouth shut then about that, right?
Well, I told my mommy, but she didn't have a Twitter account. So that's basically a dead end street. So then I gave this speech, and I put it on the geniuslannypoffo.com website.
Okay.
So everybody that goes into my website will see my speech to my brother, because I wanted to show that he wasn't just a great man, he was a good man too. Yeah. And that's what I want people to remember about my brother.
Woo! Message Daddy. Boogie Woogie Man feel good. I tell my people and my brothers and sisters, don't you dare miss online. Rewind, recap, relive. Oh yeah!